So I could go straight to the point and talk about who I want to interview next. But you know me, I like dancing around the topic. She and her fans aggressively took her all the way to the top, and she finished as the first runner-up in this season's Big Brother Naija season 6. They call me Chewy for BellaNaija.com, and let's go talk to Liquorose. Sorry. The first question I knew I wanted to ask a Liquorose, my homie, even though she's denying me now,
My G.
is why and how, but really why. You're in the house, right out the gate, over 700,000 followers on Instagram alone. Understand that people get into Big Brother and come out and don't end up with a quarter of your following you already have.
Before going.
Do you understand what I mean? No, facts. Some people in this season don't have a quarter of the number of following you had before you got into the house. So that number is already huge. So was there not a I'm too big to go into Big Brother already? Because people knew you're very known, and so much so a lot of us thought you were the wild card. Because like she's super known. The numbers are huge. Some people, you know, it's never something we've seen before. Did it ever cross your mind that maybe you were too famous to be in Big Brother?
The only time it crossed my mind was that was my third time auditioning for Big Brother. So last year I was close, you know.
Yeah.
So and I didn't make it in, so I felt like maybe because of my numbers. And at that time I was on 400 or something. So that was the only time I thought I had that like idea at the back of my head. But
I bigger. You almost doubled in a year to like 400 to 700. That's a huge.
Yeah, I was 700. But I never thought I was too big. I've never had that in my head like I'm too big for anything. You know, numbers, yeah. I had followers and all of that.
Yeah, so that following, the statistically on paper, you didn't.
No, that was followers. Like, you know, I wanted to go to Big Brother because I wanted to get like a bigger platform and financial stability. You know, that's what people didn't see. People saw like the old followership and all of that. Like I'm not rich. Yeah, I was not rich, you know. I wasn't rich, you know. Like,
you're doing well.
Yeah, I was doing okay.
Okay,
for real, you know. Because we can't like start putting up our stories on social media every time. Who's gonna believe? Like,
that's the thing with it.
Bro, you like, girl, you have 700,000 followers. And don't even say. That time my friends, my crew will be like, well, if we go put our account number, that's where they help our life, you know. You know, it was like sometimes you get work, sometimes you don't get work, and all of that. And you had a bigger platform to actually showcase what the other things I could do. You know, dance was one of the things I could do, and at that time, as I said, as I always say in every interview, like, I didn't have the courage to let the world know that I could do other things. Like, I didn't have that confidence in myself. Like, I was too scared, you know. So I needed a platform where I could actually, I had to.
That forces you to now.
Do you understand? You have to show.
So you're saying.
And I want money, bro. I want to make money. I want money.
You want over.
I want money too.
You want money.
Yes.
Not you want money. You want money.
Yes.
Everybody does.
I want money too. Do you understand? And that platform, I needed it. I needed that platform so bad. You know, yes, I needed that platform so bad.
You put in work like the rent was due, and come on, let's talk about
that. Rent was about to be due.
Let's talk about that money you won. Sheesh, was rent actually about to be due?
Yeah, rent was about to be due in this month. Yeah, this month.
This month?
Yeah.
How much money did you have saved up for rent?
I don't even calculate my rent. When I win some kind, I'm like, I don't pay rent. Me and my flatmates don't pay rent.
So are you going to cover rent for them for the first year at least?
My flatmates, they have money. We are on the same distance. Money comes, sometimes no go come. Bass goes. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah. I should, you know, I should. They deserve it.
Think about it.
They deserve it. I should.
Over 20M.
I heard that and I was like, I heard that yesterday.
Oh, you found out yesterday?
Someone just said it, like.
You weren't doing the calculation in your head.
I've not seen my. No, there's one time I couldn't remember. There's one time I was not winning. And people that kept asking me, there's one time I knew like I was the highest in the house then. At one point, like, boom, people were winning 2M in one day. I'm like,
Did you feel the pressure?
At one point, I felt the pressure, but I'm a kind of person like, I value little things. Little things with the joy they bring. Little things bring a lot of joy to me, like, do you understand? So, for every 250K I won in the house is huge. Because I put my passion to whatever tax it was, and I make sure I enjoyed myself doing that tax. That was number one for me. You win some, you lose some. Even when sometimes we lose. So when sometimes we win, I'll be like, I thought these people were winning, do you understand? So I valued, like, I know one time I was on 4.5. That amount was, man, big deal. So when someone just said it yesterday, like, you won over 20 point something million, I'm like, what did you just say? From what tax? Your tax? I'm like, what did you say? Don't worry. Like, I'm like, please, when am I getting my phone?
And more is coming.
more
money is coming, your fans. I mean,
like,
all that confetti on her face.
Oh my God. Liquor Lions, Rose Army, like.
Sheesh. The noisemakers, before this interview, we couldn't do anything.
Wow.
You guys were doing like a mini party there.
Yeah, so noise, what's the speaker meant for? To make noise now. But this one is organized noise, you know. It's a necessary noise.
You have to celebrate.
Yeah, so the guys pariwo your name now. So the guys they hear. If you know shout person name, you see where they that side, no go feel everything they talk.
Speak.
So it's organized noise. You understand? So you know.
We knew you as the dancer in the house.
Thank you for that. And that's how the whole that 700K followers knew me as just a dancer.
As a dancer.
Exactly.
And then the acting, just.
I've done like a couple of acting before, you know, like
you
one
were
or two.
You were outstanding. You were blowing people's minds.
For real?
With the acting. I think right out the gates.
Wow.
Is this something like, I mean, I'm not even going to ask you, you have to do it full time. You have to get into it now.
For sure. Of course, acting and fully producing my own movies because I have so many scripts like, in my head and so many, no, I've not written any script, but like stories, writer stories already. Like even since when I was in JS2. Like, yeah, for real. So, and I keep like editing them in my head every year since I was in JS2.
So you need to get out.
Do you understand? So there's so many things I want to do. Acting, definitely. I love to act.
Let me take you back to the dancing. People knew you as a dancer, and so did you ever feel like you were put in a box? Did you?
When I was in the house?
No, as in life.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
only thing you could do was dance.
Yes.
And so Big Brother gave you that platform to show.
Yes, because then even when I want to mention music, or I want to do music, it's like no one's trying to listen to you, you know. It's like, we know you for dance. Just like a few people that will be like, oh, let me listen. Oh, come and record. You know. Oh, you can try, you. And they'll give you corrections, you know. Yeah, I felt like I was put in a box.
What's the most annoying stereotype that people laid on you in the house, and do you feel like you corrected that while in the house? So before the house, what was one of the most annoying stereotypes you had to deal with?
You're just a dancer. You're a dancer. Keep it that way. You're a dancer.
Nothing more.
It's hard. It's hard for you to want to. How can you port from dancer to music? Like, you know, you're a dancer. Do more for your dance. I'm like, bro, are you hearing me? Sis, can you let me land? You know, that would just sometimes I won't even feel like writing songs. I won't even feel like I'll go to the studio. I'll call my friend up like, okay, I'll give you free studio session. I'll get there like nothing they call. You're not delivering well, because the vibe it was just they were killing it. You know, I couldn't even go for casting, movie casting or auditions like.
Because people around you were getting you.
Yeah, like you can do more with dance, like do more for your dancing.
Okay.
You know, that was it for me outside.
Now, going into the house with your huge number of followers, did you feel like you had an edge, especially when you walk in there. And I'm guessing you sized everybody up and you couldn't, because in the entertainment industry, that's the typical industry that would garner the most following. And noticing that you did not recognize anybody of note in the entertainment industry, did you clearly know that you came in with the highest number of?
The person I recognize J. Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew J. Paul and all that. I didn't size anybody up, but
But
after
in
the
terms of like
yeah.
how known they were.
Yeah, you know when they started asking like, oh, everyone's followers, blah, 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 and I was hearing and stuff, but I didn't size them up by that. I sized them up by their story, where they're coming from, and it took a while to even size them up. I just started sizing them up like from the 4th or 5th week, you know. And I watched the show. It's not about followers.
It's not about followers.
I was scared.
What were you scared about?
Hope they're not gonna be looking at me with that box. Look, you know, I was scared because I'm a very shy person. Aside me being a vibe, I'm a very shy person, and I like to be in my space because I'm always too careful around people. I don't want to piss anybody off easily, and I don't want you to talk me down or whatever because I'm very emotional and all that. So I was scared, and it's a reality show. I went to the house with no strategy, no game plan or whatever. I just went there with an open heart and let my instincts do it for me and God. Do you understand? So I was scared of, hope I'm not going to be boring. Hope it's not that they won't skip me for a whole week and just want to watch me on Friday and just Saturday. What more? Because before I went to the house, I told you, I like the whole caging and boxing thing and the whole no's I've heard in my life made me like look down on myself. Do you understand? So I was always seeing myself like I would be like behind and make it happen for other people or just be in line with them.
But never standing out.
Yeah, that was it. And I even let my crew, they didn't know that. Yeah, and people didn't know that. I was looking down myself. I didn't believe in myself any longer. The only thing that I was holding on to that I believed in was, oh, if you dance, but if you dance past me. I don't show it, but I keep it in my head, like, you know, because I enjoy it. I enjoy dance. I express myself with my poetry, my dance, how I feel, you know, and all of that. So that, and you see different people from different calibers of people, like, you know, like this one is look at Maria, like so fun. You have Nini, you have Saga, you have Mr. Africa in the house, you have Sasuke, like she's talented and she's so creative. You have Angel, that's a unique personality there. You have Ari, Sammy, you have J. Paul. You know, it's not about the followers. I thought J. Paul was going to win the show at one point. I thought Sasuke was going to win at one point. I thought Bomba was going to win at one point. I thought Maria was going to win at one point. I thought Angel was going to win at one point. You know, so it was me looking like.
Did you ever think you were going to win at one point?
No.
Really?
I thought I was going to.
Even at that point when it was just
me going for that show, I needed the platform. I needed to blow so I could make more money for myself and my family. And so just let me even enter the house. Let me just enter. Let Ebuka just come me on stage. Let me enter. Even though it's 1 week. Sometimes maybe people are there fair enough. Maybe say, oh, this first week, oh, no eviction, no love, no, they safe. Oh, do you understand? Let me just enter. Do you get? Let me enter. Let me be there. Then when you're there, like, oh, you never go out. You're like, I'm still here. I'm still on the show. You know. 6 weeks. 6 weeks is good.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
6 weeks is good. A month is good. And you're there like, okay, I made it through 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm on 9th week on my trial. I tried, man.
Come on, clearly.
Then you get into the finals. I'm like, what? Final 6? Last week of. And people will tell you, last week in your house, the Big Brother house, how are you feeling? I'm like, last week in Big Brother's house. How? How? What am I doing? Like, because it's not about followers. I never thought about followers. I was scared that my fans would go and realize like I was too shy and maybe they'll find me boring. So I was scared. But at the same time, I just told myself, just be yourself and be real. And I kept telling Big Brother, I don't regret anything in that house. If I leave this house today, if every time I was up, I'm going to walk out that door. I don't regret anything because I was real. For the first time in my life, I was so expressive. I could interact with people. You know, people gave me they gave me a listening ear from the first week when I composed the story we did.
Yeah.
They listened to me and they bought the idea. That was a lot for me. Even before Big Brother gave me the accolades this Saturday, it was huge for me. I went to the toilet and I cried. For Sammy and Boma say, Ma, I think I was like, nice story, let's go with it. And we were rehearsing for the story, like, you know, and they actually agreed, like, it was big for me. That was a win for me. It was huge. And that was what made me like, man, Sammy didn't know what he did for me. Because Sammy is a director, be like, Boma is a filmmaker and the actor, like, my guy, like, do you understand? That was huge for me. So, making to the finals, I didn't see it coming. I pictured myself in the finals, but trust me, I was pessimistic about that. So when it happened, I'm like, and that day, with just me and White Money left, I was just laughing. You know, I'm still in shock.
It was quite.
And I'm out and people were telling me I was inspiring. You were fun, you were this, you were that. I'm like, what? Really?
You know, that's the lovely thing about Big Brother. It's being yourself and your tribe will find you.
I swear.
Even
and
if you're boring, some people find your boringness entertaining enough for them. If you're exciting, some people like that for them. You know what I mean?
You know, it's a great experience, and being in that house helped me. Like, yeah, I needed to go to that house. I needed to go to that house and look at those mirrors.
What did you find in that
Courage. I got my confidence back. I got my confidence. Growing up, I was a very confident child, like, you know, and I got it back.
When did you lose that confidence?
I lost the confidence when I was getting no's in dance auditions I go for. When I was getting no's, toxic relationships brought my pride and my confidence down, you know, and struggle, you know, and my family struggle too brought my confidence down. So it was like, sometimes you're like, I think you're destined to fail. Like, you think you're never gonna make it in life, you know? You keep trying. When? It's like you feel the blowness. Like, you don't blow now. Before you know, it's like it's drawing.
Roller coaster.
Thank you. You know. So I got my confidence back. That's why the dance in the parties were different.
The dance in the parties, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? So I say about the dance in the parties?
It was different. That was me expressing how I was feeling, like my confidence is back with 100%. I can do this. You know.
It's a very interesting way to look at it now.
Yeah.
You see those dances with new eyes.
I swear.
Wow.
It's different.
You also found love in the house, or did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you know he was a fan of you?
Yeah, funny enough.
Prior.
He told me that.
He told you. How
He
did that make you feel?
he walked up to me and said he recognized me.
And it didn't
That
make
he's
you
following
feel-
me. I was like, I denied that first. I was like, come on. I'm like, Ella, you're like Ella from my GDB. I'm like, yeah. And that was the time we had the first conversation and all of that, you know. So for some time, I was feeling like maybe it was not genuine from his side, you know. But I had admired him from the start, like when he walked up to me that moment. That was when I saw him. I didn't see him at first, you know.
He didn't tell you why?
I fine boy now. I mean, I like fine boys now. And if you fine, I'll let you know, say you fine, you know. Sure you get, like, and all that. So I won't say I saw it, like, coming, like, we're going to, like, get to that point or stage. And I started as friends and all of that. And there was, like, connection and, you know, I had a connection with Maria, so we became besties. And the second person I had a connection with was Emmanuel. So I'm like, okay, like, I have two people in the house and, like, they got my back and we're friends and all of that. So he started building up and, you know, emotions started coming up.
So you didn't think it was genuine at first?
I realized he liked me, but I don't know to what extent. And I knew I liked him to an extent. I knew my extent, you know. Then he started growing. He made his intentions known to me and all of that. And I wanted it slow, you know. I wanted it slow. You know, even though I like, oh, maybe if I find love in the house, I'm down for it, you know. I wanted it slow and all of that. I wanted to be sure if from my own side it was the same. So I put in 50. I put in 10. It was just increasing like that. I put in 50 for a while because I needed to guard my heart too. And so with time, it started like coming up, like getting closer.
Well, some fans feel like you putting more than he in that relationship.
I'm very expressive. He did put in more.
He puts in more?
He's not someone who express. He's
That's
not
up to
so,
you,
you
yeah.
get?
So
But me, I was very expressive.
You believe
but
he
where
puts in more than you did in the...
beginning, you know. But when the it got to the issue of being one-sided. My issue with that being one-sided, I knew it was not one-sided, but I want to know what your conversation with other people is that will make other people feel like it was one-sided.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
he started making my bed. I walked into him one time making my bed and I ran away. Like, I just was making my bed, but I didn't know who. He started making my bed, started taking my food from me. You know, wanting to be in the same team with me and all of that.
And
you
got
know.
you all the way to the finals. I mean, I, even though if he hadn't selected you, I have a really good feeling that your Liquor Lions would have. I mean, they will push you there and then they'll wait for him outside.
And who's Ami?
We're gonna have a conversation, sir. You can't be doing a girl like that, and that was inspiring. So, away from love and back to the other sides of you. You're done now. You said the house meant a lot to you. You get your confidence back, and now everybody wants to know. And you've said this before, but I still had to ask. Give you as many avenues to push, sell your markets. What's next for you, and how does the GGB fit into the new dispensation of Liquorose?
What's next for me is league level, man. Next level, I want to do a lot, with my crew and for myself as well. My crew is not about the business side or whatever. Those are my sisters. Like, they're family. We're family for life.
So they move with you?
They move with me. They pack my bags for me.
We're not seeing no solo breakouts.
No, I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do my music, as well do my music with my crew. Do you understand? We have so many things we had in plans before I went to the house, and they still stand. And I had, each and every one of us, we have plans. Ella has plans, Kuma has plans.
Yes.
I have plans. GGB has plans. Do you understand? Yeah. I want to do my music. I want to do movies. I want to do a lot. So many things. Business. I want to get my degree. I want to go back to school, get my degree, do something online or part-time and all of that. And me and my girls have songs that the world need to hear, man. They need to hear those songs.
Yo, before we get to the song, you mentioned a book. I didn't see that coming. That's very interesting.
Yeah. I had the book actually was one of my stories that I was gonna use as a movie to get scriptwriters to just break it out and then write it. So, but as I told you, as I said earlier, every year I keep modifying it in my head because they're all here.
Yeah.
So while I was in locked isolation and all that,
while you were there,
I got inspiration to you know what? Let me write this book. Let me write it. Let me take it from the drama scene to a prose way. Let me make it a novel. And add and modify it in a way that I'm gonna get people attention and all of that. It's going to let me give him climax, and the plot is gonna be boom boom, do you get? And all that. So the drama was supposed to be a romantic and stuff. I'm not gonna let you guys know what the story is about.
Does the book have a title?
Yes, but when you go to some people's house and come out, you forget a lot of things.
Okay.
Because I changed the title. I changed it when I was writing it. So I just did
What was the original title?
The original title before?
Yeah, the book.
Was BBB Best Bride Betrayal. That was it before.
Best Bride
Betrayal. So I changed it. I made it one word. I'm trying to remember. I made it one word. I'm not going to tell you guys the title. So I'm glad I'm not remembering the title.
Why? Is he going to change it?
I'm not going to change it because that's what's going to be in front of the book, the title.
So we want to look forward to when is it? Is there a published date?
I need to finish it because I wrote the synopsis, I did the plot, which I read all through.
Okay.
And I stopped at chapter 2. It's going to have 10 to 15 chapters. It's about chapter 2. And it's so interesting that was all I was reading.
Your own book?
Yeah.
See, I want to tell you, take your
It's
time.
erotica though, rated 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So take your time, but don't keep us waiting for too long, please.
I'm gonna finish it. Yeah.
So primarily we're looking at music.
Movies.
We're looking at movies. The book is
for my 18 and above.
But there's no definite timeline to that.
Definitely before Valentine's. It might be December, might be January, but before Valentine's Day. so they can use it.
I need a copy. I like to read. I like to read.
No, you will love it.
Perhaps.
You will love it. You will love it. And I also want to have release an anthology of poems, collection of poems, because I'm a love poet.
Ooh, me too.
I'm a poet. I write poems.
Me too.
That's why it's easy for me to write songs, because
really?
words come to me easy. Yeah,
You need to link and do like a spoken word or something.
I'm down.
You down?
For
spoken word, poetry, and all that.
Yeah, for real. So I want to do that. I want to do my salon. I want to do so many business, because my salon, I had a salon, I lost it because of finances and mismanagement, and still I'm being naive and all of that.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, so I've learned, and I want my salon back, and other businesses, and my crew. We have a lot coming too.
Well, we can't wait to see what you guys have cooking. You and the crew and the fans really have cooking in store for us. Okay?
I'm cooking. I'm in the kitchen right now. I went to Big Brother house to shop. I'm in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody wants to catch up with what Liquorose is cooking, you have to follow her across her social media platforms.
Yep.
Which is on the screen right now.
Yep.
As usual, BellaNaija.com is where you can catch up on the stories, on everything Liquorose and more. And till the next interview, when next we sit down and talk, or
link up to dance.
Or do the poetry.
Exactly, I'm down.
This has been Liquorose. They call me Chewy Chew. And you have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.